In this lesson, I'll walk you through the steps to changing the strings on your ukulele. Keep in mind that this is a generic lesson using my Honolua Ukuleles Tenor Deluxe ukulele. Make sure to use critical thinking when changing strings on your instrument. Step number 1 is to loosen the strings from the headstock. Turn the tuning pegs clockwise to unwind the strings until they come off the tuning peg. You can use your hands, but for faster changing, I recommend you use a string winder. Make sure to test which direction your tuning pegs tighten or loosen the strings. This is especially important if you've bought a used ukulele. There's a chance the person who put the strings on used different direction when tuning the strings. Either way, figure out how to loosen the strings from the headstock and detach the strings from the tuning pegs. Step number 2 is to detach the strings from the bridge. Now, there are many bridge types. Mine uses bridge pins to hold the strings in, so I'll teach you how to do that. But if your ukulele has a different method to attaching the strings to the bridge, then please consult your owner's manual, the luthier, or a YouTube tutorial. There are many bridge types and I don't own all of them. My best advice is to take photos before you change your strings to see how they're attached, and detach one string at a time, paying close attention to how the strings were strung. This way, when you put the new strings on, you can reverse the order. For my pins, I first try with my hands to get them out. Now that usually fails, so I try with the plier. If that also fails, try to put your hand under the sound hole with a tool and give the pins a little knock to get them out. Step number 3 is to free up the ball pins, which look like bridge beads. Once the strings are off your ukulele, it is time to put new strings on. Step number 4. Take the new strings off their packaging one string at a time and attach one end to the ball pin. Make sure to tie a knot once the string end goes through the ball pin. This way it does not slip. If you lose your ball pin, then you can just tie a knot on one end of the string. Make sure it is large enough that it does not slip through the groove of the bridge pin. Step number 5 is to insert the nut side of the string into the hole in the bridge and close it off with a bridge pin. Make sure the groove on the bridge pin is facing towards the headstock. Step number 6 is to attach the other end of the string to the tuning peg. Make sure it is the proper peg for the string. Thread the string through the hole in the pin and pull it until it is tight. Now, with your other hand, use your thumb to hold the string in its relative groove in the nut. Now, use the other hand to tighten the string just enough so it stays on the nut. And now you can tighten the string until it is tuned. My advice is to only tighten the string to about 30% tension. Then attach the other strings. Once you've got all the strings on, you can now tune the strings quickly and let them rest for a night, after which you're ready to play. If you find yourself tuning your ukulele a lot during the first week, that's totally normal. The strings just need to settle. Personally, I tune my ukulele once every 30 minutes, even though it does not go out of tune. It's just a habit. And I like to change my strings once every month or 2. It just depends on how you store your ukulele and how much you play it. Now that the strings are attached, it is time to tune the ukulele.